beverages are fully loaded, Madden leagues are rolling, and DraftKings is calling your name. Now, all of us are fans here, and we're really excited for what's to come. Tonight's kickoff of the NFL with the Lions versus the Chiefs, that should be a great matchup. Sad news for the Chiefs is that Travis Kelce won't be ready to play, but with Mahomes at the helm, he should have no problem spreading the ball to his other playmakers. This is one game that I'm really excited for. And here are a few others. I'm excited for the Eagles versus the Patriots, Jets versus the Bills, the Giants versus the Cowboys, and the Vikings versus the Bucs. That's what I'm excited for. John, the analyst here, my co-host, what are you excited for?
Well, to start you off, we don't know for sure if Travis Kelce is out yet. It's still up in the air. I know they said that he didn't practice at all today, but he was seen at the facility, and they are still working that knee out. There's no tear or anything like that.
It is hyperextended. You do not want to put a guy like that on the field this early to get hurt. Even
No,
more. I don't think he's playing.
I think it's going to come down on how tomorrow's pregame is going to go. It's going to come down to that. But today's medicine and medical is just off the chain. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he does play. And it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't play.
All right. So what games are you excited for?
I'm excited for the Giants and Cowboys for sure.
Okay, should be a good one.
For sure, that should definitely be a good one. That Sunday night. I'm also excited to see the Steelers and 49ers.
That should be pretty good too.
I feel like that one's going to be a dogfight in the trenches, definitely in the defense and offensive line. With both of them having some pretty good running backs on both sides. I'm also excited to see the Dolphins and Chargers.
That should be pretty good.
I can't wait to see Tua's return.
Yeah, right. After that scary experience last year, we're seeing this guy's fingers roll up and everything, going different directions. The hits he's taking. It's scary out there.
It is scary. You know, it's one of the type of things that I know he bulked up big time this offseason, and he's looking pretty good. So I can't wait to see what he's going to do out there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you.
So then another one that I'm very excited to see is the, like you said, the Bills and Jets. I think
that's going to be good, dude.
I think that one's going to be a really good one with Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen going at it. The young gunslinger versus the old gunslinger. So that's going to be a battle.
It is, and I feel like you're going to get to see Josh Allen going against it's two great quarterbacks going against two high-caliber defenses. So,
sure.
What'd you say?
Oh, for sure. I think you might see some a couple of interceptions thrown on both sides in this one.
I agree, and it's not just going to be maybe because it's a bad pass. I think it's going to be a lot of playmaking, and some of those defenses can force you to throw a bad pass, and that might be one of the reasons too. But I'm definitely excited for that matchup. I don't even know if it's even going to be high scoring because the defenses are so good. But I do lean towards the Jets with a better defense, though.
I also picked the Jets winning that one 24-21.
That's a good call. It's a good call.
It's going to come down to a last-minute field goal. The Bills are going to leave too much time on the clock for Aaron Rodgers, and he's just going to do what Aaron Rodgers does when you leave too much time. And he's going to go down there and get their kicker in the right place for a last-minute field goal.
Bold call, Cotton. Bold call. All right, what else? What other games you got here?
Packers and Bears.
Should definitely be a good divisional matchup game, rivalry. We'll get to see Justin Fields out there and Jordan Love. What are you excited to see in that game?
I'm excited to see Justin Fields and see him actually open it up. I know everyone's always talking about the preseason with Justin Fields is like, oh, all he did was screen pass, but that's their offense's built. We have fast wide receivers out there. But I kind of want to see him do more than just a little bit of screen pass. I want to see him open that ball up downfield to like Komet, even more down there. Just open that up. And I don't want to see him run as much. I want to see him stay in the pocket a little bit and open up.
Yeah, make some big completion plays with his arm instead of just running all the time, where he can run for 6 or 7 yards. Why not extend the field 20 yards on a pass?
Yeah, I mean. Then I want to see how Jordan Love is going to play. I mean, there's no.
He has big shoes to fill.
He does. I mean,
very big shoes.
He had Aaron Rodgers there, and before Aaron Rodgers, you had Brett Favre. So there's big shoes to fill there in Green Bay. Is Jordan Love up to the task? We don't know, but I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, me too. Should
Can't wait
definitely be
to
good.
find out.
And we get an idea what that conference is going to look like in the NFC North right away off the bat. Because with the Vikings redoing that defense, the Green Bay Packers, nobody really knows who they are. And then with the Chicago bringing in their weapons and then the Lions revamping, we get to see two teams in that division go at it. We kind of get an idea of where that's going to look like, what that's going to look like.
Oh, for sure. I think whoever wins out of the Packers and Green Bay in that division, this first game is going to take third place in that division.
Whoever wins this game is going to take third place.
In that division.
Okay, cool. Cool. I mean, it's possible. The season is long, but
it is a long
that's
season.
an early call though, but okay.
It is an early call. But I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it just like how I called the trade with Trey Lance to Dallas Cowboys for a 4th round pick.
Yeah, that was pretty much spot on. That was right on the money.
So I'm doing the same type of call. So you know what? Another game that I'm really excited for is Colts and Jaguars.
Dude, yes, Anthony Richardson. And sorry, what was that?
I said, then we're going to see Trevor Lawrence on the other side.
Oh, man. It's going to be crazy.
I want to see how are they run a spread offense over there with the Jaguars? Because they got a lot of weapons on the outside with Calvin Ridley now over there.
That man's looking to make a name for himself in the NFL again.
Yes, for sure.
He's trying to make himself a household name again. He might go off this season. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. He might. He really might. An offense, though, that I'm really excited to see is the Ravens.
With Odell Beckham Jr. there. I'm telling you right now, though, I'm going to call this. If this man is not getting the ball by like the game 4 or 5, he's going to be like, get me the hell out. I don't want this anymore.
It's going to be one of the type of things where if J.K. Dobbins can stay healthy, they're going to look at Lamar and be like, Lamar Jackson, we paid you all this money. Now we need you to throw that ball.
Pass it.
To run. We need you to throw it.
You know, I'm okay with him running too, but he doesn't have to run every single freaking play. He has weapons. Now it's time to see it all unfold and come together so we can see this thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of the type of things, though. Like, I don't want to see him, like you said, run as much. He's very injury prone.
Yeah, his legs just don't hold up.
So I'm
with these injuries.
Step up in the pocket and just launch that ball downfield to either Bateman, Odell Beckham, Mark Andrews, J.K. Dobbins coming out of the backfield. Like, that's what I want to see.
Something. I mean, even with their backup last year, he was kind of passing the ball a lot more than Lamar Jackson was, I felt like.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. My question for you is, I know it's super early, but who do you have in the Super Bowl for your early prediction?
The Minnesota Vikings. I'm just kidding. Before I want to answer that, I want to talk about some of the games that I'm excited about.
Okay.
And that was the Eagles and the Patriots. I want to see that explosive offense from the Eagles go against that Patriots like tough defense, and I want to see that new Patriots offense try to stick it to that very athletic playmaking Eagles defense. They're very dynamic. We talked about the Jets and Bills matchup. That Giants Cowboys, we get to see what team is really saying who they are. Who they are. They're them. Because the Giants have made some moves this offseason to get to where they need to go.
They made a lot of moves.
And and that's what teams need to realize, that when you're down, you got to go make adjustments. And they did that. Versus the Cowboys, who, do we even know who they are? I mean, we do, but it's like there's glances of hope and then it just goes away. You know, you got Dak Prescott telling people, I'm not going to throw more than 7 interceptions this year. What?
And he led the NFL in interceptions last year.
Yes, he had more interceptions than he did touchdowns last year. So I'm excited to see how the Cowboys come back without Ezekiel Elliott going against this Giant team. The Giants, I feel like, are now very well-rounded on offense and defense. I think they're going to eat the Cowboys up. But Cowboys do have a very, very stubborn defense. So it's going to be interesting to see that new high-powered Giants offense against that good defense. And then as far as the Vikings... Oh, sorry, what was that?
I would say when it comes to that game, I think come down to either Daniel Jones or Dak Prescott.
My money's on Daniel Jones because Dak will throw interception. And he has to prove me wrong. I'm just speaking from the facts. I'm not just doing this as a hater. I don't hate the guy, but from facts,
I mean,
that guy will throw a pick.
They brought what's the name in there for a reason?
Yeah, Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
I mean, you don't even know if that's even going to work out.
I know you don't, but they brought that Brown in for a reason. I think Jerry Jones did that to hang that over Dak Prescott said, say, hey, you want the big bucks, you better do something for it.
Yeah, because they already paid him once.
Yeah, I'm getting sick and tired of, just making to the playoffs and get eliminated.
Yeah.
Do something, or this guy's going to take your spot.
Let's see how that works out for them this year. And then the Vikings and the Bucks, man, oh man. Okay, you on both teams, you have top tier receivers. You have a top tier quarterback with the Vikings. You have a guy who's trying to prove himself in the league with Baker Mayfield with the Bucks.
Oh, he's trying to stay irrelevant in the league. He's trying to stay above water.
He's trying not to stay irrelevant. He's trying to stay relevant.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I'm just okay. Yeah, he's trying to fight for everything he can.
Because if this doesn't work out for him, he might be out of the league.
Or he'll be a career backup. I don't know. I don't know that far ahead. Because he does know the game very well. He can study a playbook, as we seen last year when he went out to the Rams and threw that game-winning pass. But I'm really excited to see the Vikings retweaked defense because that defense last year was terrible. And I want to see
blitzing.
Let's see. And I look at the offense of the Vikings. It's going to be even more explosive than last year, going against the Bucks defense, which is really good. So I feel like these matchups I'm excited about are a lot of mismatches possibly, or like they match up, I guess, with a high-powered offense versus a high-powered defense, and a defense versus or a high-powered defense versus a high-powered offense. Like those right there, I feel like make great games, and I'm hoping that these are all good games and not completely just blowouts. But we'll just see what happens. I just want to watch some good games.
No,
but
I'm a blowout though.
What?
Washington versus Cardinals.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if Connor's gonna get a lot more touches over there, because who is it over there? Dobbs starting at quarterback now?
Dobbs is starting at quarterback, and we get that Washington Commander defensive line all together.
That could do some serious damage on that guy. I mean, who's backup for him?
I'm not so for sure because Dobbs was supposed to be the backup.
And there's rumors that Arizona might be tanking this year.
Trying to get Caleb Williams. I mean,
but they better be careful with that tanking stuff. It's not good.
What do they do with Kyler Murray? Who's going to want Kyler Murray?
Nobody. I don't think. I don't know. It has to be somebody that wants to invest in that type of chaotic madness. He's a good QB, but we haven't seen any glimpse of it in a long time. So back to the question at hand. You asked me, who do I think is going to be in the Super Bowl? If I'm just going right now, just based off of everything I know, and I'm being realistic, I'm going to say the Chiefs. And from the NFC, this is tough. I definitely know the AFC is the Chiefs. NFC, I would say maybe, you know what? Could be the Saints.
Wow. That's a shocker.
It could be the Saints. Nobody knows what that team is bringing this year. Could be the Saints. So I'll say Chiefs, Saints.
I'm going to have to go Chargers.
Okay.
And then
it's hard.
It is hard.
The NFC is hard, man.
I mean, they're both really hard. But I feel like in the NFC, everyone's like all almost at the same playing level. Like all across the board. Like there's like when you come to the AFC, you have the Chiefs, Chargers, Bills, Jets. I feel like and Bengals. Who's above everyone over there.
But who are you picking from the NFC though?
If they can stay healthy, and I feel like and they know who they are and they don't get figured out, the 49ers. I can see them coming out.
They got to figure out that QB situation, but that's definitely plausible. That's definitely plausible. I mean, we will see what could happen. I mean,
so
if we just take a step back here,
Super Bowl.
49ers, Chargers, Chiefs, Saints. If we just take a step back here, if we look at these calls that we just made, the Chargers could possibly have been in the Super Bowl or at least in the AFC Championship the last couple of years.
Oh yeah.
That could have happened. It's so competitive over there, and this could just be one of those things where they're just waiting for their time, but they've had injuries and whatnot
Didn't
too
they
that have
blow it
affected
last
them.
year against the Jaguars?
I believe so, and they had injuries too.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the NFC, the Saints, they had injuries too. And I felt like they were just trying to figure out who they were. They almost took the conference, I think, last year.
That conference was weak, let's be real.
It was weak, but it's how you get into the playoffs. And I think they might take it this year.
I think what they needed was a solid quarterback.
Yeah, because I think they ran Jameis Winston got hurt and they put Andy Dalton in, and they never put Jameis Winston back. And I don't know if he was still hurt or whatnot, but I felt like it was more explosive with Jameis Winston compared to Andy Dalton, who was just managing the game. But that's just me. That's beside the point.
Oh, I'm saying we don't know what was going on in the locker room. Who knows if Andy Dalton had a better grip on the offense than Jameis Winston? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's beside the point. But that's my pick for the Super Bowl. Do you have anything else you would like to say?
That's it for me.
Okay, then. Well, I want to thank you guys for listening to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, be sure to comment below, share, like, and subscribe.